Good morning. Welcome back to the tavern and the Oasis. It's Sunday, July 5th. The world didn't destroy itself on the 4th. That's a good thing. So, and I'm still doing that. Catching myself, learning not to say so. I have not got a whole lot done yesterday. I was mostly puttering around the yard. I did a couple things before I started cooking the 4th of July barbecue. We had barbecued ribs and corn and baked beans and, the usual good stuff for a July 4th barbecue, though it was really quite miserable yesterday for the most part, cloudy, overcast. Today, not so much. Very nice and clear. And as you can see, it's very sunny out here this morning and bright, which is really kind of cool after what we've had for the last while, although I think this is like a one-day, one-off for a little bit. Going to take a look around the yard, show you how everything is looking, what's up with it, set up a new bench for potting, because basically I'm down to now potting plants, preparing plants. This morning I've got to prep some seeds and stuff to get some late crops in, because you can still get quite a few plants in July, so you can harvest them in September. So you want to get as much in the ground as you can, and just to be able to enjoy your harvest. But I'm going to take a good walk around the yard. I did one yesterday, but I'm not sure it was all that good. A bit rushed. It wasn't as smooth as my nice morning ones are. And let's have a good look at what's going on in the yard and see what we've got. So without much further ado, let's take a look at the Oasis and see how we're doing. Let's go wander back over this way. I know we usually do an overview, but did one yesterday. The kiwi doing really quite nicely. It looks like it might need a little water. It's a bit droopy. A few things are a bit droopy. Most everything was well watered. Had a lot of rain this last week. Let's take a walk down here. Sunflowers really reaching out for the sun. It's kind of interesting how they do that. You can see them there. They're really reaching for the sun, which is just now coming up over the horizon to the west there, or the east there. Tomatoes are doing good. This kiwi is doing nicely up over here. And look at that kiwi there. It's doing really quite nice. Garlics and stuff. Interestingly, I've got a weather station that monitors 3 quadrants of the yard now, and it actually got pretty chilly last night. Got all the way down to 7 degrees, which is surprising for July 5th. All 3 quadrants hit 777 on the jackpot lottery. So bamboo, we've got new shoots coming up in this bamboo here. Apple tree is doing well. It's recovering, sending out new growth. It'll be really nice next year. Thinned out my tomatoes over here. As we're getting really bushy, I had to prune them up a bit. Going to be harvesting some worm poop, or worm casings as they're also called. Had them out to dry up a bit yesterday and get the worms to chase themselves all the way back down. Got to stir it up a little bit. Still a few worms in there. That's alright. A few worms into the other compost bin. I'll take that and mix that into the other compost bin. And the turnips, turnip seeds. Gonna have lots of turnip seeds, man. Unbelievable. That'll be neat when I start harvesting that. Got a broccoli gone to flower. It's going to be a pretty flower. I need to trim that leaf back so that flower can get more access. Don't need that leaf. Got cauliflower over here, letting it go to flower. Never seen cauliflower flowers, so let's see how pretty they are. See what they do to attract in bees and other things. Potato flowers. Now, done a little bit to the cherry tree. I'm training a branch there, so I hung a 2-liter bottle to help train this branch down. Had a bunch of cherries on it. Had about 6 of them yesterday. Ended up harvesting them. Forgot to film it. So there's two cherries left on the tree. I'll probably harvest them today. It's because I won't get back to them until next week. The rhubarb is coming back quite nicely. Cleaning up the bed and getting rid of the weeds that were choking it out have done wonders for it. Flowers for the radishes is doing really quite fantastic. Gotta love these, all these flowers on all the different plants I'm going to eventually collect seed from. Looks like I need to harvest some lettuce to take home with me. And some more spinach. That's neat. I harvested the spinach. I wanted to see if it would spring back and grow some more, because I cut it like I did lettuce. And sure enough, it actually is growing back. Carrots are starting to get up there in size. So we'll get a few carrots out of there. I'll be planting more of them, because you can still plant carrots in July for a late fall harvest. And I understand, I've never tried this, but I understand if you leave them till after the first frost, they actually get sweeter. And you can also leave them in the ground if you cover them up with mulch, like straw or mulch. So up through here, planted a random tomato plant that had volunteered itself. So nothing else is sprouting here. This is where I've got the alpine strawberry seeds planted, so hopefully they start sprouting. And our raspberry patch, one of my boys realized yesterday, after we plucked a couple of raspberries, and they discovered that we not only have raspberries in here, we have salmon berries. Look at those salmon berries. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. So it's a salmonberry plant versus a raspberry, which is cool. I didn't even realize it. I just thought, they're all raspberries. So I got salmonberries and raspberries in here, which is really kind of neat. All other plants are moving along quite nicely. So the Oasis is definitely turning into a complete oasis. It was nice yesterday. Had family over for the July 4th holiday, though it is an American holiday. We in Canada still kind of encourage folks to encourage the holiday. Still believe it's really a good idea. Well, not all Canadians, but a vast number of us. The dill is coming up really nice. May have to thin it. Looks like it might be choking itself out a little bit. Random trees. So that would be it. That's the Oasis and its rundown. Nothing too special at the moment. Let's see what we can do with it. It's time to get the Oasis open and get started on things. So without much further ado, let's take a look.
Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In the search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Preacher man discovered, passed down from saint to sage, like a kind-hearted lover who's been lost on this stage. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. captain pulled the trigger. Guess who's doing time? They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads. Is he yours or is he mine? Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In our search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. We're missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Devil's at a crossroads, Joker